Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. So today we solve
Good morning and
Jai Hind beta. So today we solve some questions based on complex number. So note it. If mod of z square minus 1, if mod of z square minus 1 is equal to mod of z whole square plus 1 whole square plus 1, then so that then then so that z lies on the imaginary axis, then so that z lies on the imaginary axis. Okay, you have to prove that. Means z lies in imaginary axis means what? Means here you have to show that z is purely imaginary, and any complex number is said to be purely imaginary when it is real. Means if sorry, not real, means if x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, then you can say that the complex number is purely imaginary, or you can say z lies on imaginary axis. Okay, so first of all, here you assume that the complex number z is equal to x plus iy, x plus iy. So if z is equal to x plus iy, what about mod of z? So the value of mod of z can be written as within root x square plus y square. Okay, and here you have to substitute the value in the given equation. So here your equation is mod of z square minus 1 and is equal to mod of z whole square. Yes, mute yourself. Satyam, Satyam, mute yourself. Okay, so mod of z square plus 1. Now putting its value. So here you have mod of x plus iy whole square minus 1 is equal to, here you have mod of z whole square, and the value of mod of z is under root x square plus y square. So if you are taking its square, so you have x square plus y square plus 1, x square plus y square plus 1. Now here you simplifying, so that can be written x square minus y square plus 2 times of xy into I minus 1 is equal to x square plus y square plus 1. Understand? Now here you have a complex number, and this minus 1 is also the imaginary part, a real part of it. So if you are taking the mod of that complete complex number, so what you write? Within root square of real part plus square of imaginary part, and your imaginary part is here 2xy, and real parts x square minus y square minus 1. So that can be written as within root, here you write x square minus y square minus 1 whole square plus square of imaginary part. So you have 4 times of x square y square, 4 times of x square y square, and is also equal to x square plus y square plus 1, x square plus y square plus 1. Now squaring both sides, and just to see if you are squaring here, so root is cancel out. Okay, so are you noted up to this step?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
So after that, you're squaring both sides. So you have x square minus y square minus 1 plus 4 times of x square y square is equal to, here you write x square plus y square plus 1 whole square. Okay, now expanding. So here square is also there. So here you take the square of this one. So x to the power 4 plus y to the power 4 plus 1. And yes, the product of first and second into 2. So you have minus 2 times of x square y square. In the same way, the product of first and third into 2. So minus 2 times of x square, and the product of second and third into 2. So you have 2 times of y square plus 4 x square y square is equal to, in the same way here you take the square of that means right side. So x to the power 4 plus y to the power 4 plus 1 plus 2 times of x square y square plus 2 times of x square and 2 times of y square. Okay, so you write 2 times of y square. Okay, now here you see that most of the terms are cancelled out. X to the power 4, x to the power 4, y to the power 4, y to the power 4 is cancelled out. Okay, yes, 2y square is cancelled out. 1 and 1 is cancelled out. Okay, yes. So most of the terms are cancelled out from both sides. And just use simplifying and just listen. Here you have minus 2x square y square, and here plus 4x square y square. So that becomes 2x square y square and 2x square y square on right side also. So that we also cancel out. So only you have 4 times of x square is equal to 0. Only you have 4 times of x square is equal to 0. You write it. 4 times of, first you note that step, that be quite lengthy. Yes, write it. So here most of the terms are cancelled out. And finally, you have 4x square is equal to 0, or you can say x is also 0. X is also 0. So for any complex number x plus I y, if x is equal to 0, means if its real part is 0, so you can say that z lies on imaginary axis. So it proves that. So you write in this way, hence z lies on imaginary axis. Z lies on imaginary axis. So this proves your result. So from these questions here you means learn how to solve any complex equation. Okay, it's any equation which be in a form of complex number. Okay, now just I give you some other questions. Are you noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Next question. If Z1 is equal to, if Z1 is equal to 2 minus I, if Z1 is equal to 2 minus I, Z1 is equal to 2 minus I, and Z2 is equal to 1 plus I. Z2 is equal to 1 plus I. Okay. Find, just right. Find the value of mod of Z1 plus Z2 plus 1 upon Z1 minus Z2 plus I. You have to find the value of this one. Okay, so what you do here, you have to put in the values of x, Z1 and Z2. So you write in solution mod of Z1 plus Z2 plus 1 whole divided by Z1 minus Z2 plus I is equal to, yes, here you putting its value. So the value of Z1 is 2 minus I plus Z2 1 plus I plus 1 whole divided by 2 minus I minus Z2. So you write 1 minus I plus I. 1 minus I plus I, you write in this way. So here you see that I and I is cancel out. Here one of the I is cancel out. So that we cancel out here. And here you applying the property of modulus also. So here you see that I and here cancel out. So overall here you have 2 and this 2, 4 upon 1 minus I. 4 upon 1 minus I. You write in this way. 4 upon 1 minus I. Clear? Now, here you have a property, the mod of Z1 upon Z2 can be written as mod of Z1 upon mod of Z2. Mod of Z1 upon mod of Z2. So here in numerator part only you have real number 4. So their mod is, yes, again you have 4. But if you are taking about denominator, so you have mod of 1 minus I. And mod of 1 minus I can be written as uh, under root square of real part. So your square of 1 is 1 plus square of minus 1 is also 1. So you have 4 upon under root 2. So here you have result 4 upon under root 2. Yes, write it. That be 4 upon root 2. And if you rationalize it, you have 4 root 2 by 2. So its value is 2 root 2. So its value is 2 root 2. Note it. So 2 root 2 is its value. Any doubt?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. No.
So in the same way, you let me write next question, which will be based on mod. Find the modulus of of 1 plus I upon 1 minus I minus 1 minus I upon 1 plus I. You have to find the modulus of this complex number. So what you do, first of all, you have to express the given complex number in standard form. Understand? So you're taking here LCM and trying to reduce it in simplest form. Okay. So suppose that complex number, suppose given as Z, and here Z is given 1 plus I upon 1 minus I minus 1 up minus I upon 1 plus I. Now, if you are taking LCM, so you have 1 minus I into 1 plus I is your LCM. So here you have 1 plus I whole square minus 1 minus I whole square. And just simplifying, so in denominator part here you have 1 plus 1. because here you have I square, and you know the value of I square is -1. So in denominator you have 1 plus 1, and on numerator here you have 1 plus I square plus 2I, and here you have 1, and due to this negative sign you can write -1, and here you have minus I square and plus 2 times of I. Okay, so 1 minus 1 is cancelled out, I square minus I square is cancelled out, and here you have 4I upon 2, that is equal to 2I. So if you have Z is equal to 2I, so what is its mod? So you can write, so the mod of Z is equal to, yes, under root square of imaginary part. So here the square of imaginary part means what? Square of 2, and that is equal to 2. So here you see that the mod of Z is equal to 2. That gives the modulus of complex number. ठीक है बेटा, क्लियर हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, in the same way, write next question. Find the real values theta. Yes, right. Find the real values theta for which the complex number 1 plus I cos theta, for which the complex number 1 plus I cos theta upon 1 minus 2I cos theta is purely real. Means here it is given a complex number Z is equal to 1 plus I cos theta upon 1 minus 2I cos theta is purely real. So you have to find the real value of theta. The question is that here you have to find the real value of theta. So first of all, here you're trying to reduce it in standard form, means in the form of A plus IB. So here you're taking conjugate. So 1 plus I cos theta upon 1 minus 2I cos theta and multiplying its conjugate. So 1 plus 2I cos theta upon 1 plus 2I cos theta. Okay, you write in this way. Now taking LCM, so here you have 1 minus 2I cos theta into 1 plus 2I cos theta, that be your LCM, and here you have 1 plus I cos theta into 1 plus 2I cos theta. Okay, here you multiplying, so here you have, yes, in this way. Here you are taking the product. So in denominator part, here you have in the form of A minus B and A plus B. So you applying A square minus B square. Okay. So you taking its product. So here you have 1 plus 4 cos square theta. In denominator you have 1 plus 4 cos square theta, and here you multiplying, so 1 plus 2I cos theta and plus I cos theta, and here you have minus 2 cos square theta. Minus 2 cos square theta. Okay. And yes, equating real parts and imaginary parts. So you have 1 minus 2 cos square theta divided by 1 plus 4 cos square theta, and here you taking means add here, so 3I cos theta is there, So I times of 3 cos theta divided by 1 plus 4 cos square theta. Understand? So that is your simplest form. And here in this question is given, so that complex number is purely real. That is purely real. So when it is purely real, when its imaginary part is 0. When its imaginary part is 0. Understand? This implies its imaginary part of z is equal to 0. And what is its imaginary part? 3 cos theta upon 1 plus 4 cos square theta. So you write it 3 cos theta upon 1 plus 4 cos square theta is equal to 0. So from that, yes, right, 3 cos theta upon 1 plus 4 cos square theta is equal to 0. So you have cos theta is equal to 0. So you write it here. Yes. So here you have cos theta is equal to 0. So this implies cos theta is equal to 0, or theta is equal to, here you have to write general solution 2n plus 1 pi by 2. 2n plus 1 pi by 2 is your solution. That is your solution. You have to write it in general form. Means cos theta is equal to 0. So theta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Okay, noted. Is there be some part is left on here below? Are you noted?
Noted.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So complete it. In the same way, just write next question. Yes, right. If 1 minus I upon 1 plus I, if 1 minus I upon 1 plus I whole power 100 is equal to A plus IB. That is equal to A plus IB. So find, yes, ordered pair AB. Means you have to find the value of AB. Find ordered pair AB. So how you find the value of AB? Yes, by comparing it. Means you trying to reduce your left side in standard form, means in a form of A plus IB as there be in your right side. Understand? And just then by comparing, you will have the value of A and B. So how you reduce it? So first of all, here you have to take the conjugate of denominator, means multiplying numerator and denominator by the conjugate of denominator. Okay. So you write or 1 minus I, and the conjugate of this one is also 1 minus I upon, here you write 1 plus I into 1 minus I and whole power 100 is equal to A plus IB. A plus IB, you write in this way. Now, expanding here. So you have 1 and plus I square. So I square, value of I square is minus 1. So right here, minus 1 minus 2 times of I divided by 1 plus 1 whole power 100 and is equal to a plus ib, because you know I square is minus 1. So here 1 and this one is cancel out, and here you have 2, and 2 is also cancel out. So finally you have minus I to the power 100 is equal to a plus ib. A plus ib. Understand? Okay. Now minus to the power any even number means minus to the power any even number is what? Minus to the power minus 1 to the power even number is 1. So here you have only I to the power 100. And how you find the value of I to the power 100? So I to the power 100 can be written as I to the power 4 into 25 and is equal to a plus ib. And you know what is its value? I to the power 4 is equal to 1 and 1 to the power any number is 1. So overall here you have 1 and there is no any imaginary part. So you write I 1 plus 0 I and is equal to a plus ib. Now if you are comparing, so you have a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 0. A is equal to 1 and b is equal to 0. So you can write your final answer as, so the ordered pair AB is equal to 1 0. So the ordered pair AB is equal to 1 0. So that is your answer. Yes, getting everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, right. Next question. And here that means complex number. Actually, square root of complex number is not in your syllabus. And the next topic is argument of complex number. And after that, you studying about polar form. Understand? Polar form of complex number. So the polar form of complex number is also in not your syllabus. So all that are reduced for this year only. Okay, so right, next question. And and after that, you study about quadratic equation. You know? So yes, right. Next question. If A is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta, cos theta plus I sin theta, find the value of find the value of 1 plus A upon 1 minus A. You have to find the value of 1 plus A upon 1 minus A. Yes, taking its value, putting the value of A here and trying to reduce it in standard form. So write 1 plus A upon 1 minus A is equal to, here you have 1 plus cos theta plus I sin theta whole divided by 1 minus cos theta minus I sin theta. Understand? Here you are putting the value of A and B. Now taking the conjugate of this one. So right, 1 plus cos theta plus I sin theta. And yes, the conjugate of this, you can write 1 minus cos theta plus I sin theta. And divided by, here you have 1 minus cos theta minus I sin theta into 1 minus cos theta plus I sin theta. Means here you multiplying numerator and denominator by its conjugate. No, taking its product. Yes, write it. So here you have 1 1 minus cos theta plus I sin theta, and yes, multiplying by cos. So cos theta minus cos square theta, and plus I times of sin theta cos theta. Okay, and then multiplying each of the term by I sin theta. So you have plus I sin theta minus I sin theta cos theta, and for this one you write minus sine square theta, minus sine square theta, and whole divided by, yes, right, whole divided by here 1 minus cos theta whole square plus sine square theta, plus sine square theta, you write in this way. And just see as some of the terms are cancelled. So here, yeah, this term is cancelled out. Okay, minus cos theta plus cos theta is cancelled out. And also just see about that. Here you have cos square theta minus cos square theta and minus cos sine square theta. So if you are taking minus common, you have cos square theta plus sine square theta, which is 1. So here you have minus 1 and plus 1 is also there. So that we also cancel out. Yes, cancel. Just check it. Check it your result. Most of the terms are cancelled out here. Okay. And just you write remaining terms. So I sin theta and I sin theta. So that is equal to 2I sin theta. Here you have 2I sin theta. 2I sin theta. And in denominator, just you expand it. So you have 1 plus cos square theta minus 2 cos theta plus sine square theta. Okay, and cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. So that be equal to 2I sine theta upon 2 minus 2 cos theta. 2 minus 2 cos theta. Now taking 2 common, so that we cancel out from numerator and denominator. So here you keep taking 2 common, so you have I times of sine theta upon 1 minus cos theta. Understand? I sine theta upon 1 minus cos theta. You trying to reduce it, it will reduce it further. Yes. So 2 sine theta can be written, just type here upper part. So just wait. So here you have I into, in place of sine theta, that be written as 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2, and 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sine square theta by 2. That is equal to 2 sine square theta by 2. So 2 and 2 is cancelled out. 1 power of sine is cancelled out. And here you have I times of cot theta by 2. I cot theta by 2 is your final answer. Okay. So its value is I cot theta by 2. Okay. Note it. So I think all you are comfortable up to the topic modulus of function.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just I give you some other question. Just trying to solve it. That's right. Uh, for what positive integer n? Yes, right. For what positive integer n? For what positive integer n? Oh, here you have not what. Here you have to write only for positive integer n. For positive integer n, find the value of find the value of 1 minus I to the power n into 1 minus 1 upon I whole power n. You have to find the value of this one. Understand? You're trying to find the value of n.